It's time for Dodger Baseball. Live from Dodger Stadium, KCAL 9 presents the Dodgers as they take on the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Monday evening to you, wherever you may be. Giants and Dodgers. The Giants have beaten the Dodgers 5 out of 6 and 5 straight. The longest losing streak the Dodgers have had against the Giants, going all the way back to 1958, 6 in a row. So you can understand how they're going to try to be at their best behavior tonight. It'll be a battle of left-handers. It'll be the visitor, Madison Bumgarner, on the mound. He is 7-4. He has been brilliant here at Dodger Stadium against the Dodgers. Last year, 8 innings, no runs. This year, 8 innings and no runs. Madison Bumgarner is 7-4 against the league. The Dodgers will counter with Hyun-Jin Ryu. He is 6-3 against the league. Although he has pitched well, he is still 0-2 against San Francisco. For the Dodgers, trying to win 3 in a row. The only time they've done it was back in April, starting on April 5, when they beat the Pirates. We'll get to the ball game and a whole lot more coming up right after this. Brought to you by your is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. We make it easy. By the Super Bacon Cheeseburger with 6 strips of crispy bacon only at Carl's Jr. And by your Southern California Chevy dealers. Hi, everybody, and a very pleasant Monday evening to you, wherever you may be. Pull up a chair. Looks like a good one. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Invariably, the Giants and the Dodgers figure out something. Bruce Bochy, the veteran, who's just 8 wins away, believe it or not, of having won 1,500 managerial games. So, Bochy is here, a young fellow who was born in France. His father was in the Army, but he certainly established himself as one of the top managers in the game. His lineup, Gregor Blanco in center field, Marco Scutaro at second base. Buster Posey behind the plate. Hunter Pence will be in right field. Pablo Sandoval at third base. Joaquin Arias at shortstop. Andres Torres in left field. Brandon Belt at first base, and Madison Bumgarner on the mound. On the mound for the Dodgers, Hyun-Jin Ryu, 6'1", 220. He is 26 years old, out of Incheon in South Korea. He has won 6 games and lost 3. He is 0-2 against the Giants this year, although he did pitch reasonably well. He lost the game opening the year on the 2nd of April. He allowed 1 earned run and lost 3-0. And then the next time in the middle of May, he went out and gave up 4 earned runs, and he lost that one as well. So Rio certainly with a score to settle. And here come the Giants, who have been struggling. They've lost 6 of the last 9. Among other things, they lost Angel Pagan, who's going to be out for a while. Pablo Sandoval was on the DL, but he returns to the lineup tonight. Marco Scutaro, the second baseman, was hit on the hand. He did not go on the DL, but he was not 100%. But they are slowly coming back, and we'll see about the Giants, who begin the night 3 games back of Arizona. Gregor Blanco will start it off. Left-hand batter, and he takes the first pitch, and that'll miss 1 ball and no strikes. Ryu, who had Tommy John surgery way back when he was in high school. And the 1-0 pitch on the way is swung on, fouled away, and a 1 ball, 1 strike count. It is a beautiful evening. 71 degrees here at Dodger Stadium. A canopy of blue overhead. Barely a zephyr to stir the flags in center field. Gorgeous setting. Ryu from the first base side of the rubber, back with a fastball hit late and foul down the line and back into the stand. One of the things about Gregor Blanco, his mother must have really been patient. He has 2 brothers, a twin and another younger. His twin, Gregory, His other brothers are Gregor, Gregory, and Gregsman. In fact, his mom called the house the Gregs. He swings, fouls another one away. Now, he married his childhood sweetheart, and he has two sons, Gregor and Grenier. His brother Gregory's son is named Graver. So I don't know how his mom ever called the right child at dinner or whatever, but those are the G's in the family. The 1-2 pitch is swung on, popped in the air. Mark Ellis started back. Now he comes in and puts it away. So one down in the first inning. We'll take a look at the Dodgers with the leather, and they shape up this way. Gonzalez and Ellis, Ramirez and Uribe, with Hairston, Ethier, and Puig. A.J. Ellis behind the plate, and Ryu on the mound. That brings up Marco Scutaro. Scutaro hitting .332 with 2 home runs, 18 runs batted in. He is a remarkable contact hitter. He takes a strike. In other words, when he swings, the chances are that he's going to hit the ball 94% of the time. Here's the strike one pitch on the way, and he has a look, and it's high, 1-1. Scutaro, a good man, has really turned into fine performances at second base for the Giants. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and lined into right center for a base hit. Puig is up with it and guns it back in. And holding with a single is Scutaro.
Buster Posey.
So the line drive single to right. Ryu now will be pitching out of a stretch to Buster Posey. Take a look at the past to have some idea of the present. Posey is .400 against Ryu. That means 2 for 5. Scutaro is 4 for 7. He's hitting better than .400. And the pitch to Posey, big bouncer to short. Ramirez to second. They will turn it to first. So Posey bangs into a double play. 6-4-3, no runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. At the end of half an inning, no score. Play ends the inning. We have a chance now to look at Don Mattingly's batting card, and here are the names they're on. Mark Ellis leads off at second base. Yasiel Puig is in right field. Adrian Gonzalez at first, and Hanley Ramirez hitting cleanup at short. Jerry Hairston is in left field. Andre Ethier in center. Juan Uribe, who's become the everyday third baseman. He's had good playing, not only defensively but also with the bat. And then you have A.J. Ellis and Hyunjin Ryu. On the mound, Madison Bumgarner, 7-4. And a couple of things about Bumgarner. He's allowed 9 home runs, 8 of them at home. He has also allowed 5 home runs with 2 outs. And he's also allowed 4 when he's ahead in the score. He's been striking out a lot of right-hand batters of late. He has won 5 times on the road. He has really been a stopper, winning a game following a Giant loss. They lost 4 times. He's come right back to win 4 times. He averages the first 25 pitches. The opposition's hitting 160. Last year, in his first 25, they were hitting about 295. So the left-hander is ready to go to work, and I think right now at least acknowledged to be the best of the Giants starting pitchers. Madison Bumgarner out of Hickory, North Carolina. Big left-hander. He stands 6'5", 235. The pitch to Mark Ellis outside as he ran up as if to bunt. 1 ball and no strikes. Mark Ellis just 1 for 12 against Bumgarner. But you have to remember the last 2 games he's pitched here, each time 8 innings shutout ball. The next pitch low at the feet of Ellis. 2 balls and no strikes, the count. Bottom of the first innings, no score. Bumgarner, signed by the Giants in 2007, comes back with a pitch in for a strike, and the count 2-1. He was a first-round pick. Came up to the Giants in 2009, and outside of a couple of minor league stops, he's really been with the Giants ever since. 2-1 pitch on the way is swung on, foul back, and the count 2-2. So Mark Ellis hitting a solid 271, trying to get started, and a 2-2 count. Waiting on deck, Yasiel Puig. With Bumgarner, you're going to get a fastball, a 4-seamer up to about 95, slider, change, and a cutter. Cutter usually to left-handers, but now being left-handed, he just sent a cutter in there, and it missed, and the count 3-2. Madison Bumgarner working now on Mark Ellis. Ball game just really getting underway. The 3-2 pitch on the way is swung on and fouled away, though Mark Ellis hammers it foul, and he's still there. Madison Bumgarner from Hudson, North Carolina, which is just outside of Hickory, I guess. It's a town of about 2,800. Got a lot of money for a signing bonus. Paid off his mom's house. Bought a couple of trucks. He now has a big ranch, 38-acre farm. Fastball is swung on and missed, and down goes Mark Ellis. So 1 away in the first inning, and the batter now will be Yasiel Puig. Puig has had a wonderful start to what everyone hopes will be a wonderful career. But when he was in San Diego, they had an idea of how they're going to pitch him. In San Diego, and even now, he stays pretty far off the plate. And the right-handers were getting him with sliders down and away. Now we'll go up against a left-hander. Yasiel waiting, and the first pitch is a check swing for a strike. When he puts that first pitch in play, believe it or not, he's hitting 800. But he held up. Rare for him to take a first pitch strike. No balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Bumgarner comes back inside hard, and a 1 ball, 1 strike count. So that's the way they're going to pitch Puig. Certainly the right-handers will. Up and in hard, and sliders down and away. The whole secret of surviving in the big leagues, you know they're going to adjust to you, and you have to adjust to them. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and hit down the right field line. Racing over and looking and watching a home run is right fielder Hunter Pence. Tim Lincecum looking on in the dugout, and Puig has done it again. If you want to pitch him away, he'll go away. And he hit it right down the right field line for the home run. For the somewhat amazing Mr. Puig, he has 7 home runs, 13 runs batted in, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. So I would say he got the pitch right out over the plate. I mean, that was a pitch begging to be hit, and he hit it just down the line inside the foul pole. His 7th home run, and the Dodgers lead 1-0. For Madison Bumgarner, the 10th home run that he's allowed, only the second he's given up on the road. The fastball now low and inside to Adrian Gonzalez. 1 ball and no strike. So they come to see Puig, and every now and then he really obliges. So the Dodgers lead 1-0. Bumgarner comes back 1-0, and that's way outside and low. 2-0 the count to Adrian Gonzalez. 10 home runs, 47 runs batted in. Couple of key hits against San Diego. Got his average back up over 300. He's hitting .301. So Bumgarner had the strings of shutout innings, but not tonight. Fastball is off the plate. 3-0 the count. Remember, last year he pitched here, 8 innings, no runs. Last time this year, early in the season, 8 innings, no runs. But it is broken immediately by Puig. The 3-0 pitch on the way is swung on and popped up back a short. Going out on the grass is Arias and makes the catch. So Adrian Gonzalez green lighted on the heels of the home run yesterday, 3-0, but he pops it up. Now Hanley Ramirez coming up. Puig sitting in the dugout alongside of Juan Uribe. Yesterday, for the first time, the Dodgers had back-to-back home runs, as you probably know, from Gonzalez and Ramirez. Ramirez hit his home run. He had been 0 for 3 when he came up and hit his 4th, batting .358. So Gonzalez, I'm sure, annoyed at himself. You get a green light 3-0 and pop it up to the shortstop. The pitch to Ramirez low and away, ball 1. You expect 3-0. You're going to hit the ball hard at somebody, especially Gonzalez. He could drive it almost anywhere. He's talking to Mark McGuire, and I'm sure he's muttering about a 3-0 green light. And of all people, left-hand hitter to pop it up to the shortstop. The 1-0 pitch, Ramirez rolls it slowly to third. On the run is Sandoval, and he makes the play. So the inning is over, but Yasiel Puig has already put his stamp on it. Bumgarner came to him and got it over the plate, and Puig hit it down the right field line for a home run, and the Dodgers lead 1-0. Direction from Puig as he hits a home run just inside the right field foul line. And we move to the second, 1-0 in favor of the Dodgers. It'll be Hunter Pence, followed by Pablo Sandoval, and then walking Arias. Hunter hitting .285, 12 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Ryu works the first one low and inside, ball 1. Hunter Pence tells us that he moved around a lot as a child. mostly in Texas with a stop in Colorado. He went to 12 different schools as he takes a strike, 1-1. Finally settled in Arlington. His father in the cattle business. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hunter swings, one hopper into left field for a base hit. So Hunter Pence comes up with hit number 2 against Ryu. In the first inning, it was followed by Posey's double play.
Number 48, Pablo Sandoval.
So Pence at first with Pablo Sandoval coming up. The Giants had lost 6 of the last 9, and I'm sure they really miss Sandoval. So they've got the Panda back. The switch hitter will bat right-handed. Sandoval hitting .333 from this side of the plate. .274 left-handed. He has 8 home runs. Throw to first, Pence back to the bag. Sandoval, 7 of his 8 home runs batting left-handed. Hunter Pence over at first base. He is 13 for 13 in stolen bases. So there's going to be a battle inside the WAR here as the pitch to Sandoval is low. Ball 1, 1-0. Sandoval, his dad is in management in Venezuela, a large food company. His mom owns a electronics company. He takes away 2-0 the count. So Sandoval checking in. Now the switch hitting third baseman waiting for Ryu, who has a look over at Pence. Now to the plate, and this is high and away, so he's behind. Now with Sandoval, if he were hitting left-handed, you would certainly think he would get the green light 3-0. Right-handed, maybe not. Waiting on deck, Joaquin Arias. The pitch is taken and a strike. 3-1 to count. Sandoval, who's a remarkable fielding third baseman. I mean, he is so big, you would think, well, he was born to be a catcher, not somebody who has to move quickly, but he does. Of course, he started out being a shortstop. 3-1 pitch to Pablo. Swung on, hit in the air, foul off first. Over to take a look as Adrian Gonzalez, and backhands it right at the stand. So Sandoval fouls out, and we have one away. Dodgers lead 1-0, and the batter is Joaquin Arias. Arias, with a left-handed going for the Dodgers, takes over at shortstop for Brandon Crawford. Crawford, a left-hand batter. Then you have a switch hitter in left field on deck, Andres Torres. Arias hitting .279, 10 runs batted in. And the first pitch to him in for a strike, and the count 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to the Giant shortstop. 1-0 Dodgers, top of the second. Throw to first, Pence jumping back on the bag. Joaquin Arias is from Santo Domingo in the Dominican Republic. Ryu ready, in the strike one pitch is swung on. Little roller to short. The shovel to second just ahead of Hunter Pence. So they get the force play, and with 2 out, Andres Torres will be coming up.
Left fielder, number 56, Andres Torres.
Dodgers lead 1-0. A first inning home run by Yasiel Puig. Torres, switch hitter, batting right-handed, hitting .269, 2 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Has hit well against Dodger pitching. Looks at a strike, and the count 0-1. Arias, 10 RBIs. Torres following him in the lineup, and he has 15 RBIs, 2 home runs. The next pitch missing inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Torres batting right-handed, hitting .333. Left-handed, just .217. Both of his home runs hit right-handed. 1-1 the count. Arias at first takes the lead. The pitch in for a strike, and the count 1-2. We're just starting up on a beautiful evening here in Los Angeles. 71 degrees at the start of the game. Rio and Bumgarner, the upper right field corner, and the bleachers still bathed in sunlight. The 1-2 pitch, off speed, pulled over third, down the line. Over to get it is Hairston. Racing hard is Arias. They will wave him in. Ramirez throw to the plate, not in time. So Rio was burned on an off-speed pitch, and it was ripped into left field. The best efforts of Messrs. Hairston and Ramirez and Ellis, not enough, and Arias scores. So a double by Andres Torres, who's been hitting the Dodgers very well all year. And he drives in what is now the tying run. 1-1 in the second inning. Ball just got by the backhanded effort of Juan Uribe. He missed it by inches. Hairston had to come in the corner. Got the ball to Ramirez, but no play. So now the batter is Brandon Belt. Brandon hitting a big left-hand hitter and takes inside. Ball one. 1-0 the count. One tie in the second inning. Ryu set at the belt, comes right back with a pitch that just misses the outside corner, and that runs the count. 2 balls and no strikes. Meanwhile, scoring on that double, Arias, when he got to home, looked like, I don't know if he hurt himself sliding, but you could tell by the expression on his face, maybe a strawberry on the thigh, maybe more than that. So we'll see. Arias limping and heading back to the dugout. Interesting, both shortstops tonight wearing number 13. Meanwhile, ball 4 to Brandon Belt, and the batter will be Madison Bumgarner.
Coming to the plate, pitcher number 40, Madison Bumgarner.
So 1 run, 3 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 1 swing of the bat for the Dodgers by Yasiel Puig. And here is Bumgarner trying to move Torres around. Bumgarner has 4 hits. He has struck out half the time. Right-hand hitter, takes low and inside, ball 1. Madison does have 2 runs batted in. Now the left-hander's pitch, and that finds the mark. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants do a lot of things well offensively. They get a lot of base runners as Hunter Pence looks on. They got a lot of base runners who score. They're 3rd highest. 1-1 pitch on the way is inside. Ball 2, 2-1. Giants are also a very intelligent hitting team. You call them productive outs, but you know, you move a guy from second to third by going the other way, etc. They do that exceptionally well. They sacrifice very well. 2nd in the league. Full swing foul, and the count 2-2. For Bruce Bochy, he has a good bench. 40% higher than the league in RBIs coming off the bench. They've also been pretty much of a come-from-behind club. They've scored 132 runs so far this year coming from behind. Soft line drive right at Adrian Gonzalez. So Bumgarner a tough out, lines out, and it didn't take the Giants long to tie it up. A force play and a double, and we have a 1-1 tie. You buy Jaguar. See the new model year lineup at JaguarUSA.com. By the Super Bacon Cheeseburger with 6 strips of crispy bacon only at Carl's Jr. And by Six Flags. Go full throttle on the world's tallest, fastest looping coaster. Now open, go big, go Six Flags. Bottom of the second inning, we have a 1-1 tie. Tough break for the Giants. They lose their starting shortstop, Joaquin Arias. However, Brandon Crawford, who is a Giant from top to bottom, takes over at short. Arias hustling to bring home the tying run and went into a slide. And I'm not sure exactly what he hurt, but you knew he was in pain when he got up, and he's had to leave the game. So Crawford is the shortstop, and we go to the bottom of the second. Jerry Hairston will start it off. Hairston playing left field. Into the windup goes Bumgarner. A change high and away. Ball 1. 1-0 to Jerry. Hitting .269 with a home run and 10 runs batted in. 1-1 tie, bottom of the second. Game 1 of the 3-game series. The 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. 2-0 the count. So the Giants have beaten the Dodgers 5 straight since the Dodgers and Giants came to California back in 1958. The longest Giant winning streak over the Dodgers, 6. 2-0 pitch on the way, and that misses. So Bumgarner behind 3-0 to Hairston. Then you have Andre Ethier and Juan Uribe. Don Mattingly with 200 wins as a major league skipper. And the 3-0 pitch finds the mark, 3-1. That's pretty good contrast. Mattingly with 200 and Boshi so close to 1,500 wins. 3-1 to count to Jerry Hairston. Dodgers with a little 2-game winning streak. 3-1 fastball is fouled off. Dodgers had their only 3-game winning streak long before Puig got here. They had that 3-game winning streak in the second series of the year when they swept the Pittsburgh Pirates, April 5, 6, and 7. 8 times they've won 2 in a row, trying to win the third, and 8 times they've come up short. Well, it's a 1-1 tie, second inning tonight. Bumgarner ready. Madison's 3-2 pitch is a one-hopper to the left of short. Crawford turns and throws him out. That's a fine play for a fellow who just got into the game. Brandon Crawford, we talked about being a Giant. He was born up there in Menlo Park. Family moved to Pleasanton. He became a Giants fan as a little boy because his father had season tickets at Candlestick Park. At Pleasanton, he starred in baseball. He was a quarterback and safety on the football team. Eventually went to UCLA and was the MVP of the ball club for 2 years. So 1 away, and here's Andre Ethier. Bumgarner's first pitch. Outside, ball 1, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Andre in and out of the box. Ethier hitting 125 against Bumgarner. Fastball is swung on and missed, 1-1. Bumgarner throwing a nice and easy 94. Andre Ethier is 2 for 16 against Bumgarner. Had a good road trip in 9 games. Hit 400. 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Backhanded by Brandon Belt. So the big first baseman take an extra base hit away. After a couple of fastballs, Bumgarner gave him a curveball, and Ethier ripped it, and Belt makes a great backhand stab. So we have 2 down on 2 nice plays. One by Crawford, that one by Belt. Now the batter is Juan Uribe. Uribe has just come out of nowhere to become the third baseman. You know, he had 2 bad years with the Dodgers. Now he's become a more patient hitter. He's been hitting right around 270, hitting 267 for the moment, and hitting better than 300 against the Giants. He skies one to right center. Pence comes over, but it is Blanco making the catch, and that's it. Dodgers go 1-2-3 in the second. So at the end of 2, we have a 1-1 tie. You know, tomorrow the Dodgers and Giants at 7:10, and the first 40,000 fans in attendance take home their very own Dodger beach towel, compliments of Time Warner Cable. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. To the third we go in a 1-1 tie, and Gregor Blanco will lead it off. Then Scutaro and Posey. Blanco popped up to Mark Ellis, 0 for 1. He's had a wonderful month of June. It has been a merry month of June for Blanco. He's had 28 hits in the month. Takes low and away, ball 1-0. You have to watch him because he can bunt. He's had 3 bunt singles, and he's had a dozen infield hits. So Blanco batting .303, 1 home run, 26 runs batted in. Dodgers have their corners up in case he tries to bunt. And the left-hander full swing, base hit in the gap in left center. Ethier over to cut it off. Blanco makes a turn and holds on. Nice play by Andre Ethier. That looked like it was going to be for 2 for a speedy left-hand hitter, and Andre holds him to a long single. So the leadoff base hit by Blanco, his 29th hit in June. Fine defensive play by Andre Ethier, who played his career in right field and has done a really good job in center day in and day out in the absence of Matt Kemp. So now here's Scutaro, who singled to right. And certainly Rio is not fooling anybody. He's allowed 4 hits and 1 run. Throws to first, and Blanco back on the bag. With Blanco's speed, you wonder about him stealing bases, and he does. He's stolen 9 out of 13, and with a contact hitter like Scutaro up there, you start immediately, if the count's right, for a hit and run. The first pitch in for a strike. But you would be pretty positive if you were Don Mattingly, if the count gets to 2 balls and 1 strike, that they'll play hit and run. Now Scutaro just hit the top of his helmet with his hand while looking at Tim Flannery. So we'll see if that means, okay, I get it. And now Scutaro backs out. Blanco at first. Normally what happens, you look at a coach, he gives you the sign, and then you give the coach a sign back. Okay, understood. Another throw to first, and Blanco diving back. So it is an ideal combination for the Giants to have Blanco running and Scutaro at the plate. Scudero, right-hand batter. 1-1 tie. We're in the third. And the pitch now is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Another look at Tim Flannery. Flannery now going through the motions. Scudero takes a long look. Mark Ellis looks, A.J. Ellis looks over in the dugout. Are you thinking about pitch out? 1-1 pitch is swung on and pulled, but foul down the left field line into the stand. So that was hit hard. Now there's a huge difference between a 1-2 count and a 2-1 count. So we will see if the Giants try to do it the hard way. But again, it's a tribute to Scudero's ability to make contact. The next pitch to him is swung on. A chopper to third. Uribe down to Mark Ellis. He turns it to first. Too late. So it's a force play. That gets rid of Blanco. Scudero is on the play. Uribe backed up to get the hop. Got it down to Mark. And the throw over to first a little too late. So Buster Posey, who grounded into a double play in the first inning, coming up. Posey didn't hang around in that first at bat. Hitting .306, 8 home runs, 42 runs batted in. First pitch to Buster, a little low, ball 1. Wouldn't you know, he would be the 3rd hitter in the league as far as the highest number of hits in late and close situations, otherwise in the clutch. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Fastball, and that's at the knees for a strike, and the count 1-1. Hyun-Jin Ryu has allowed 1 run, 4 hits. Dodger run came on a home run by Puig in the first inning. Ryu set again. The 1-0 pitch changed, but it was high. 2-0 the count. His changeup got up there about 74 miles an hour. One out in the third. Ryu a look over at first. Now to the plate. Swung on. Hitting the to right. Puig comes up and makes the catch on the run. So a little flare to right. And Puig read it quickly. Got the jump. Otherwise it's a base hit. So Scudero has to hold it first on a little fly ball to right. Yasiel with that great speed. The oldest line, I guess, in baseball. Speed never has a slump, not unless you get injured. So that's one of his 5 tools, recognized by all. So the batter now is Hunter Pence, single to left field in the second inning. Right-hand batter, covers a lot of ground in right field, takes a strike, 0-1. Pence is a leader of the Giants, especially when they're behind. He always seems to come up with a clutch base hit to get things started when the Giants are behind in the score. He takes low, 1-1. 85 hits. With 2 out, he's picked up 20 runs batted in. So he's tough. Now the 1-1 pitch. No swing. 2-1 the count. Hunter Pence with 12 home runs. He's also a good 2-strike hitter. He has 35 hits with 2 strikes. So Hunter waiting, chokes up on the bat, which is really a surprise when you see a fella that big. He backs off and the pitch inside. Ball 3. 3-1. So Hunter works his hands up a little bit higher from the knob. Three and one the count. 2 out, top of the third. A 1-1 tie. Scudero at first. Ryu looks over at him. Now works the plate, and it is low and inside. Ball 4. So Pence draws the walk. Scudero advances to second, and here comes Pablo Sandoval, and that's usually bad news for the Dodgers. Sandoval is certainly one of the first pitch hitters
in the league. I mean, if it's in the neighborhood, he's going to swing. He's batting .288, 8 home runs, 37 runs batted in. So Pablo batting right-handed, and he has 2 on Scutaro and Pence. There you go, first ball swinging. Only this time he hits it foul down the line, out of play. 0-1 the count. Oh, sure, occasionally the numbers aren't correct, but most of the time, the good numbers that you learn about a player, they'll hold up. First ball hitter, he sure is. No balls and 1 strike to Pablo Sandoval. Now the strike 1 pitch on the way. Reach for a little nubber. I don't think there's a play. No, there isn't. So Sandoval rolls one about 65 feet up along third base. They can't make a play on it. And the bases are loaded for Brandon Crawford. So Crawford just got in the game after walking. Arias hurt himself sliding home with the then tying run. And now Brandon comes up in a spot where he can get rich in a hurry. Hitting .283, 5 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Brandon Crawford has really grown in stature. Now wait a minute. Is Ryu all right? Honeycutt going out to the mound with the interpreter. So Honeycutt has reached the mound, trying to get some information why A.J. Ellis went out there so fast. So the question looks like it's going to Ellis, who then sends it to the translator, who now asks Ryu, and Ryu's nodding yes, yes. So obviously he's okay, but Ellis didn't like the pitch, meaning he didn't like the delivery. So here is Brandon Crawford up there with the bases loaded and 2 out in a 1-1 tie in the 3rd inning. Brandon checking in. Now he's ready. 5 hits off Ryu, and the fastball in for a strike. 0-1. Brandon, being left-handed, probably doesn't have very many at-bats against Ryu. Well, he does. He has 6, and he's 0 for 6. He's up there with Scutaro, Pence, and Sandoval. The strike 1 pitch is lifted to left center. Ethier coming over along with Hairston. Hairston for the catch, and the Dodgers are out of the jam. So no runs, 2 hits and a walk. Giants leave 3, and at the end of 2.5, a 1-1 tie. Bottom of the third inning. A reminder, Dodgers honoring Sandy Koufax Thursday at 7:10. First 50,000 fans in attendance receive a Sandy Koufax bobblehead for their collection. Compliments of Mitchell and Ness. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. We'll tell you about it later on. This was a memorable day in the pitching life of Sandy Koufax. More about that in the fifth inning. 1-1, bottom of the third. A.J. Ellis takes high and away, ball one. A.J. trying to get something started against Bumgarner. The big left-hander deals and just misses the outside corner. So Ellis with the count his way. 2 balls and no strikes. A.J. 1 for 6 against Bumgarner in the past. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Madison delivers. This time he's way inside, and he's behind 3-0. Well, Joaquin Arias, the report is when he came in, scoring the then tying run, he suffered a strained left hamstring, and so Brandon Crawford is playing. Pitch in for a strike. Have you ever in your life heard so many people suffering from the same injury, a hamstring? 3-1 the count to A.J. Ellis, and the fastball at the knees, and the count 3-2. Here's Arias for those watching on television. He's doing well, racing to the plate. Didn't see spikes catch in any way, but he got up so slowly and then limped off. 3-2 pitch to A.J. Ellis, swung on and fouled away. One run, 5 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 1 hit for the Dodgers. That was the home run by Puig. Bumgarner ready in the 3-2 pitch, and that is low for ball 4. So for the first time tonight, the Dodgers get a leadoff man aboard on a walk, and the batter will be Ryu.
Pitcher number 99, Hyun-Jin Ryu.
Ryu checking with Tim Wallach. Giants are looking bunt. Ryu's a pretty good hitter. So we'll see if the Dodgers take the traditional play. Ryu certainly shows bunt. Bumgarner deals. The bunt is fouled back, and the count 0-1. Ryu now perhaps not quite sure. Wallach whispering. You ought to learn to turn him around. He's whispering into the ear flap. It wouldn't make much of a sense. I guess you could hear him. Say, would you mind turning around? I want to tell you the bunt's on. 0-1 the count. He shows bunt again. Bumgarner out of a stretch. A look at the plate. The pitch is low, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Bumgarner is quite an outdoorsman as he works on Ryu. He fishes, he hunts deer and bear, and as he said, I only kill what I eat. There'll be no waste. 1-1 pitch. The bunt is fouled off, 1-2. Bumgarner says he can cook venison on the grill, but bear meat, He has to have people who really know what they're doing. He claims that bear meat can be really greasy if you don't cook it right. I don't know if you've ever had any bear meat, but that's his life. And by the way, he killed one bear and he mounted the head on his wall. 1-2 the count. Rio's swinging and fouls it away, so he's still up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another thing they tell me that Madison Bumgarner can do, he's great with a rope, doing a lasso. And he's also quite a fine pitcher. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Ryu looks, strike 3 called, and down he goes. So after all of that, 1 away. Holding at first is Ellis. That'll bring up Mark Ellis, and we're still in a 1-1 tie. So Madison Bumgarner about ready to work on Mark Ellis. Ellis struck out in the first inning. We're in the bottom of the third in a 1-1 tie. The first pitch to Ellis in there for a strike. Looked like a little bit of a cutter. 0-1 to count. Ellis checking with Tim Wallach. A.J. Ellis right on the bag, and Brandon Belt right in front of him. Ellis takes a very short lead. No balls and 1 strike to Mark Ellis. Bumgarner delivers, and this one is outside. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Another thing about Bumgarner, he married his high school sweetheart. What did he give her as a wedding present? A 5-day-old bull calf. Very, very touching. Of course, they are ranchers. 1 ball and 1 strike. Madison 6'5", 235. And with all of his ability, remember, he's only 24. Wow. Madison goes to first. Ellis read it easily. Step back on the bag. Bumgarner is slowly working his way up the ladder. In 2010, he won 7 games. In 2011, he won 13. Last year, he won 16, and he has 7 wins right now. 1-1 pitch is taken high and away. 2-1 to count to Mark Ellis. 1 run, 5 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 1 hit for the Dodgers. Puig's home run to right. Mark Ellis waiting on a 2-1 count with 1 down. Bumgarner ready. Madison delivers and slides it in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. Yasiel Puig, who accounted for the Dodger run, is on deck. He got a very hittable pitch in the first inning, and he knew what to do with it. We'll see what happens in the second at bat. 2-2. Bumgarner deals away with a fastball. So he's gone all the way 3-2. For Mark Ellis, he has walked only 8 times, and he has struck out 28. So let's see if that figures as far as a decision about running A.J. Ellis. He's only grounded into 1 double play. A.J. short lead does not go, and the pitch is pulled deep to left down the line and fouled by a lot. So it's still 3-2. Game 1 of a 3-game series. Dodgers will have Stephen Fife tomorrow night against Mike Kickham, just brought up. Then Wednesday night, it's Tim Lincecum and Clayton Kershaw. 3-2 pitch is swung on, fouled away again. So Kershaw doing a little extra cheering alongside of Skip Schumacher in the Dodger dugout, trying to help out Mark Ellis. Three and two the count. Schumacher probably said to Kershaw, "Are you kidding? These people are making noise and you're clapping and you think that Mark Ellis can hear you?" 3-2 pitch is swung on. High fly ball into left field. In the corners, Torres, and makes the catch on the track just beyond the Dodger bullpen, and back to first base goes A.J. So Mark, a long out to left field. And here comes Yasiel Puig. Now he really hit a mistake here. I don't mean Mark Ellis. As you can see, he's going to hit it to the line and it's going to be caught. Dodgers thought it might have enough to carry, but it didn't. When Puig came up in the first inning, he got a ball really over the plate, and that was a big mistake. And he hit it into the right field stand. If you wanted to really pinpoint it, it was more or less on the outside third of the plate. So let's see what he gets this time. Fastball fouled away, and the count 0-1. Puig hitting a very cool .432, 7 home runs, 13 runs batted in. Oh, and 1 the count. Out of a stretch goes Bumgarner. The strike one pitch is swung on and missed. A big wild swing. 0-2. That pitch was away, and it was a fastball. I have never heard of a player comes up and in 2 weeks in the big leagues, there's a big controversy about whether he ought to go to the All-Star game. Have you ever heard of that before? Boy, I haven't. Here's the strike 2 pitch. Swung on, hit the center. Coming up in a hurry to play it easily is Blanco. And that'll be that. So no runs, no hits, a walk, a man left. And we have 3 in the books in a 1-1 tie. Brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads. By Sports Authority, the official sporting goods retailer of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And by White House Down, in theaters June 28th. Sunset time in Southern California. Welcome back to Dodger Stadium. We have a 1-1 tie. And by the way, aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything we've learned making tires that go the distance inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. 1-1 in the fourth. Kind of a reminder of yesterday's game in San Diego. It was 1-1 going to the ninth. It will be Andres Torres who doubled to score Arias in the second inning. Slender right-hand batter. Ball 1. Torres has been red hot, and especially against left-hand pitching. Strike 1-1. Came into the game hitting .333 against left-hand pitching, and probably doubled in a run against Ryu. Fastball hit down to Uribe. Nice pick. One away in the fourth inning. Uribe has not only come alive with the bat, he has handled just about everything that's come his way. He's having fun with handling Ramirez. So 1 out. Now Brandon Belt. Belt, among other things, speared that line drive hit by Andre Ethier in the second inning. Ball one. Seven home runs for the big first baseman. He's been very tough in late inning situations. From about the eighth inning on, he has 15 runs batted in. 2-0. That missed. So Ryu, who has allowed 5 hits, he's also walked 2. So he's been pitching out of the stretch all night. In there, 3-1. The second hitter for the Giants, that was Marco Scudero, single to right field. So they've had people all over the place, and they have left 5 in the first 3 innings. Fouled away. 3-2 to Brandon Belt. Hauled off on that slow breaking ball. Just did. So Belt draws the walk. That's the 3rd walk given up by Ryu. Big slow breaking ball, and it just slid away. So Belt draws the walk, and the batter will be the pitcher, Madison Bumgarner, with 1 out. Bumgarner hit a line drive for the out in the second inning at Adrian Gonzalez. So he didn't look like a hitter who had struck out half the time this year. Pulled foul. Still doesn't look like a guy who strikes out that much. 0-1 the count to Madison. Bumgarner has shut down the Dodgers twice here, each time going 8 innings without allowing a run. But when you talk to the Giants about Bumgarner pitching a shutout, they all talk about Wrigley Field, Chicago. He pitched a shutout. They say the winds were blowing at least 30 miles an hour out, and yet Cubs couldn't get to the scorecard. 0-1. 1-1, change up, not close. We used to have an old expression, you never change up on a pitcher unless he's a very good hitting pitcher. So I assume the Dodgers feel, even though Bumgarner has struck out half of his at-bats, he's still dangerous with the bat. Check swing for a strike. 1-2. Bumgarner, a long look at Tim Flannery. Roberto Kelly coaching over at first. Gregor Blanco on deck. And that takes care of him, down and in. So Bumgarner strikes out. And with 2 out, Blanco coming up. For Ryu, by the way, that would be his first strikeout.
Center fielder, number 7, Gregor Blanco.
Gregor Blanco coming up, popped to second and single to center. Eventually forced by Scudero. So the Giants with a runner at first. That's Brandon Belt. Belt has stolen 3 out of 4. We have a 1-1 tie here in the 4th. Game 1 of the 3-game series. Game 1 of a 7-game homestand. After the Giants leave, the Phillies will be in here for 4 games. Thursday the 27th through the 30th. Fastball chopped down to Adrian Gonzalez to the bag for the out, and that's it. Giants leave another, so they've left 6 men in 4 innings, and at the end of 3 1/2, a 1-1 tie.
To win an iPad mini. Tonight's winning combination is 14 12 3. Enter now on kcal9.com/bonus combo. Sponsored by Jack in the Box.
Bottom of the 4th inning, a 1-1 tie with Hyunjin Ryu up against Madison Bumgarner. Garner getting ready now to face Gonzalez, Ramirez, and Hairston. Dodgers have 1 hit, but it was a home run by Puig in the 1st inning. Gonzalez popped a short on a 3-0 pitch in the 1st inning. Batting .300, 10 home runs, 47 runs batted in. Big slow breaking ball, ball 1, 1-0. For Gonzalez, when he homered Sunday, was on the heels of a home run he hit on Saturday. The 1-0 pitch on the way. High fly ball down the left field line. Torres coming over. So 1 down here in the 4th inning. And the batter will be Hanley Ramirez.
Dodger shortstop number 13, Hanley Ramirez.
Hanley Ramirez with a modest 6-game hitting streak. During those 6 games, 11 for 22. The home run he hit Saturday in San Diego made him one of 13 hitters to hit the 3rd balcony of the Western Metal Supply Company building in left field. I mean, that was a monstrous shot. If you just go right down the line in San Diego, it's 336. But then a good 3 stories up, and they say it really was just starting to take off. 0-1. Fastball lifted to right field, playable. Pence is there. Bumgarner now has 4 consecutive outs on fly balls. Mark Ellis fly deep to left. Puig flied to center. Gonzalez flies to left. Ramirez flies to right. Jerry Hairston grounded to short. That was a fine play by Brandon Crawford, who had just gotten into the game. Giants have lost 6 of the last 9, and on the road the Giants are 3-6 against left-handers. The Dodgers at home against left-handers are 9-6, trying to win 3 in a row for only the second time this year. 0-1 to Jerry. Fastball missed. Again throwing 93. 1-1. On the hands, hit to left field, racing over and making the diving catch is Andres Torres. So another fly ball. That's 5 fly balls in a row. And at the end of 4, we're still knotted 1-1. The only difference really the fact that Rio has allowed 5 hits to Bumgarner's 1, but of course the 1 hit that Bumgarner gave up meant a run, the home run by Yasiel Puig. Within each other's pitching range, the 2 talented left-handers move to the 5th inning. Ryu will be pitching to Scutaro, Posey, and then Pence. Puig watching the kiss cam before we get to the 5th inning. Scutaro single to right, hit into a force play, takes a strike. Remember, Scutaro was up there with Blanco, an ideal hit and run combination, but instead of the count being 2-1, it was 1-2. So he took a pitch and then hit into a force play. And that was a pretty big out. But later on, Pence walked and Sandoval had a squib single. But Arias, actually Crawford, flied out and they left 3. Ground ball, and we have 1 away. We miss seeing Angel Pagan. I mean, he's an exciting player. He has done tremendous work for the Giants against the Dodgers. He aggravated his left hamstring in a rehab stint in Single A. And we get the news he'll undergo surgery tomorrow, and the Giants will be without Angel Pagan for up to 12 weeks. I mean, he was a terrific player for the Giants last year. He had 38 doubles, 15 triples, scored 95 runs on the way to winning the World Series. So you bet they'll miss him. That's a strike. 1-1 to count to Buster Posey. Hit into a double play and fly to right. Still up there hacking away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Posey, who means so much to this ball club. I don't think they nominate captains, but you have the feeling he's pretty much the captain. He's the oldest of 4 children. They're all athletic. 1-2. off the plate. One of the things that his college coach at Florida State said, he never saw Buster lose control of his emotions. Ball 3. 3-2 the count to Buster Posey. Fastball away. So Ryu, being very cautious, has walked 4. Giants have had at least one man on in every inning. And here's Hunter Pence, single to left and walked. And a hopper into left field. That's his second hit. Pence now has 2 singles and a walk. And the Giants again threatening. They've been threatening every inning. So Ryu, first and second, 1 out. And here comes the Panda, Pablo Sandoval. Interesting background when you check on Sandoval. Among other things, he has 3 older brothers. The oldest one is a police officer. The second oldest is a criminal attorney. And the third is a ball player who was just released by the Minnesota Twins. And that's going to go up the middle, base hit, charging Ethier. Here comes Posey, who falls down. The throw back, and he gets back to the bag. So Buster Posey takes a header rounding third, and the bases are loaded. Take a look at what happened with Posey. Clean base hit. Ethier charging to make a throw, and as Posey hits the bag, he hit the outside side of the bag, and his foot slipped. When you run the bases, and of course he could give you chapter and verse, you are always trying to hit the inside of the bag. Watch, look at the bag, and you'll see on the outside, and he slipped. Down he goes. So when you're running the bases, that's what keeps you on track if you hit the inside. 0-1 to Crawford. If you hit the inside of the bag going all the way around, you will not take a big loop. So the Dodgers got a big break there, but they're not out of the jam. 0-1. 0-2. Giants have 7 hits and 4 walks and 1 run. 1-1 tie with Posey, Pence, and Sandoval all running the bases. Oh, 0-2. Fastball just off the plate. Whoa. Boy, that took a lot. Brandon Crawford taking that pitch with 2 strikes. So 1-2 the count to Brandon. 1 out, bases loaded, 1-1, 5th inning. Comebacker. They go to the plate. They get 1. They go to first. They're out of the inning. So as simple as 1, 2, 3 if you're keeping score. For the Giants, no runs, 2 hits, 2 left. They have now left 3, 6, 8, and it's a 1-1 tie.
By Honda. Visit your Honda dealer for great deals. Only a Honda is a Honda. By Time Warner Cable. Enjoy all the things you love better. Call Time Warner Cable 1-855-1-TWC. And by 76. We're on the driver's side. Bottom of the fifth inning in a 1-1 tie. For the moment, let's get you thinking. We have a trivia question. With a win yesterday, Don Mattingly joined a list of managers, 200-plus wins, 2,000 hits, 200 home runs as a player. How many have reached this mark all time? Well, that's a tough one. One thing we do know, the Dodgers are extremely fortunate. You might even say lucky to be tied 1-1. And for a lot of reasons. Going back, for instance, to the fact that Arias hurt himself pulling a hamstring. That's down the line, slicing and out of play, 0-1. So Arias had to come out, and Crawford came into the game. What Brandon Crawford has done, he's been to the plate twice tonight. Each time with the bases loaded, he's flied to left for the third out, hit into a double play. Then, of course, on that clean base hit to center by Sandoval, the Giants certainly should have scored a run. Only Posey hit the outside of the bag at third and fell down. So whether you want to just say fortunate or lucky, it's amazing. You can say a team is fortunate and no one would get angry. You say they're lucky, well, so you choose the word, apply it, and we have a 1-1 tie, bottom of the fifth. Andre Ethier lined out. He was unlucky on the play by Belt. 1-2 the count. Ethier hitting .254, 5 home runs, 21 runs batted in. Game 1 of the 3-game series. So a lot of baseball with the Giants and the Dodgers. 1-2. Down he goes. Tomorrow night, Stephen Fife against Mike Kickham. Kickham was just called up today, and he'll make that start tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, you'll have Tim Lincecum, 2-time Cy Young winner, against Clayton Kershaw, 1-time Cy Young winner. That is a marquee matchup. Here's Uribe, fly to center in the second inning. What a difference between these two left-handers. Wow. Bumgarner has allowed 1 hit, the home run by Puig. He has not walked anybody, and he's just tooling along nicely with 2 strikeouts. Ryu has been in a jam since the anthem. 1-1. Giants left 2 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth. So the Giants have 7 hits, 4 walks. They've left 8. And Ryu sailing along in a 1-1 tie. Good pitch. 1-2. So a little cutter takes care of Uribe. So 2 out.
Catcher, number 17,
3 strikeouts for
Ellis.
Madison Bumgarner. A.J. Ellis drew a walk. In fact, Ellis walked in the third inning. He's been hitting .349 against the Giants. By the way, add 1 strikeout, give Bumgarner 4. Breaking ball in there nicely. 0-1. He's a marvelous pitcher, and he is certainly on his game as usual against the Dodgers. He is 6-2 lifetime against the Dodgers. 1-1. His high in strikeouts this year, 11.
against Atlanta, and he's had 2 other games where he struck out 10. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and 2. When the Giants come up in the 6th inning, it will be Torres, Belt, and Bumgarner. Two and 2. Waiting on deck, Hyunjin Ryu struck out in the 3rd inning after trying to bunt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fastball. Got that up to 92. He's been right there, 92, 3, occasionally 94. But the big thing, strikes and great movement. And lifted into shallow left center. Coming in a hurry is Torres, and he makes another spectacular catch. So he's had 2 out there. Dodgers are done, and that means 9 in a row retired since a walk, and we're still 1-1. The Dodgers were in Milwaukee playing the Milwaukee Braves, and there was a crowd of over 43,000, and it was a game where the Braves were going to beat the Dodgers 8-2, and in the course of the game the Dodgers brought in a 19-year-old kid to pitch 2 innings in mop-up. That kid was Sandy Koufax, and among other things he struck out 2. One of the 2, a name that will always live in Dodger history, Bobby Thompson, who hit the big home run back in 1951. So Sandy's in the books, but what a great way to start. Let's go back to this one. Sixth inning in a 1-1 tie. Rio feels like he's out on the mound all night. Bumgarner kind of drops by every inning. A little high, ball 1 to Andres Torres, who has not only made 2 fine diving catches in the outfield, doubled in the Giant run in the 2nd inning. And that's a high foul, might be playable. Let's see. AJ can't get it. 1 ball and 1 strike. You know, a little while ago we were commenting about the Dodgers got out of 2 jams with the bases loaded at the expense of Brandon Crawford. He's just joining a club. Hyun-Jin Ryu has faced 9 batters this year with the bases loaded. 9. And the 9 batters are 0 for 9. That's remarkable. 2-1. Fouled away. 2-2. Ryu made 80 pitches in 5 innings. Bumgarner made 70. But Bumgarner is really on a roll. He's retired 9 in a row since the walk to Mark Ellis. Little chopper foul. They didn't inform Torres, so he hustled down the line. Kerwin Danley immediately called it foul. So Andres coming back, doubled in a run, grounded to third, 1 for 2. The modern day bat, you could put a cup in the top of it. 2-2. Fastball, and that's hit, but slicing. Here comes Puya. So a fly ball to right, kind of a room service. 1 away. Giants are not wasting a lot of time at the plate. They have 7 hits, and they've all come very early in the count. A couple have come on the first pitch. Like the most pitches seen by a Giant hitter who collected a base hit. The count was 1-2. Check swing foul. Belt has walked twice. Ryu has struggled with 4 walks. It's only the 3rd time in which Hyun-Jin Ryu has walked more than 2 batters. His high is 5, and he's walked 4 so far tonight. 1-1. Ball 2. Little change up in the dirt. We mentioned it the last time he pitched. A South Korean writer told us that the name Ryu means willow. Fastball hit to the hole. Mark Ellis, nice pick. Got him. So 2 out in the 6th inning.
Pitcher, Madison Bumgarner.
Mark Ellis covering a lot of ground. Belt running well. So here comes Bumgarner. Madison lined out to Gonzalez and struck out. 2 out, 6th inning, 1-1 tie. Ball 1. Fastball strike. Ryu pitching very carefully and in so much trouble. Only has 1 strikeout, and that was Bumgarner. 1-2. 7 hits, 4 walks. But so far so good. 93 pitches. Slow breaking ball, pulled foul. That was 73 miles an hour. So obviously they think Bumgarner can swing the bat reasonably well. They've thrown him a couple of changes, slow curves. 1-2. And that'll do it. So he has 2 strikeouts. Bumgarner both times. Down go the Giants in order for the first time tonight in a 1-1 tie. Making tires that go the distance inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. You know, every time I see that shot, you know what I think of? 1988 World Series. Bottom of the 9th, came out a commercial. That was the shot. And then we said, if you were here, you'd probably look in the dugout to see if Kirk Gibson would play. They panned the dugout. No Gibson. We said it's obvious he won't play tonight. And you know the rest of that story. But every time we use that Goodyear blimp and take that overhead shot, for one sweet moment, it's 1988. Meanwhile, bottom of the 6th inning. And it'll be Ryu, Mark Ellis, and then Yasiel Puig. And a strike. Bumgarner has retired 9 in a row. Allowed 1 hit. And he's tied. And Ryu in a hole now, 0-2. Hyun-Jin Ryu tried to bunt and eventually struck out in the 3rd inning. Fastball and a mile-high foul. Coming back is Posey. This one's on the other side of the screen. 0-2. Ball 1. Bumgarner had held the Dodgers scoreless for 16 innings, and then Puig homered in the 1st inning to break the spell. But he's right back to putting zeros on the board. Slow breaking ball, and he misses. 2-2. Last game that Bumgarner pitched was the opening of the season. That'll take care of Rio with that wild swing. 5 strikeouts for Bumgarner. But for him to extend a streak now of 10 in a row, that's nothing. Going way back April the 2nd when he pitched here, he retired 18 consecutive batters from the middle of the 2nd into the 8th inning. So here's Mark Ellis, struck out, flied to left. And a strike. The only walk was given to Mark Ellis, leading off the 3rd inning. One and one, 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Puig waiting on deck. One and two. Mark Ellis didn't play yesterday, as a little 3-game hitting streak. You remember he was on the DL for 19 games with a strained right quad. And he was really playing well. He was hitting over 340 when he suffered the injury. Way outside, 2-2. One out. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. A 1-1 tie. A little foul. Posey trying to get under it, but no play. After Puig homered in the 1st inning, Bumgarner retired 5 in a row. Then he walked Mark Ellis. Since then, he's gotten everybody 11 in a row. And Puig waits. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Three and two. Mark Ellis, as we told you, not having any luck against Bumgarner. 0 for 1 tonight. So Mark is 1 for 13 against the left-hander. 3 and 2. And a fly ball, very playable. Hunter Pence is right there. And the batter now is Puig. 1st inning, got a pitch right out over the plate and did what you'd expect. He hit a home run. The only thing is he hit it right down the right field line for his 7th home run of the year. Last time up, he flied to center in the 3rd. 13 runs batted in. Infield back, 2 out. Gonzalez on deck. Remember, he bunted for a base hit against the Yankees. And ball 1. He's quite a physical specimen. Those who remember talk about Bo Jackson and how Puig reminds them of him. 1-0. Fouled away. 1-1. The way Bumgarner pitches, you would swear that was going to be a fastball, and it was just a little cutter in on the hands. Late movement and a meek foul ball. 1-1. Fastball swung so hard he almost fell down. 1-2. You know, Mark Ellis preceded him and flied to right. Interesting what Mark Ellis has done. If nothing else, Mark Ellis has certainly made Bumgarner pitch. He's 0 for 3. You know how many pitches he made Bumgarner make? 22 pitches in his 3 at-bats. Fastball poked into right field. So Puig Goes the other way and grounds a single to right, so he's 2 for 3 tonight. Low fastball, and he just went the other way. It's somewhat amazing. I mean, it is. If you've ever tried to play this game, it's not that easy. And yet, there he is. So Gonzalez coming up, popped up, flied to left. Puig might think about a stolen base. He's very aggressive, but Bumgarner, very tough to run on. Just stares at him and goes over to remind him. Puig has stolen 2 bases. The percentage of stolen base success against Bumgarner, about 68%. That's away. Little cutter. Adrian popped to short, but I'm sure he'd tell you he would love to have that opportunity back. They green lighted in 3-0. Last time up, fly to left. 1-0. A cracked bat, little flare, a one hopper. The throw is in time. Puig on his way to third, overslides the bag, but there's no play there anyway. He was not aware of what was going on behind him. So Gonzalez thrown out 4-3, and that's that. There's Scudero making the play. Puig just kept on running. He's not going to play umpire. And Belt decided, okay, I'll go after you if you want to run. So he would have been out again. Didn't count, and it's still 1-1. Dodgers were very fortunate tonight. Torres doubles. Arias scores, pulls a hamstring. So Brandon Crawford came up to play. A base hit to center, and Posey hits the outside of the bag and fails to score. And then Brandon Crawford hits into a double play with the bases loaded. And second time that Brandon, as they say, killed 2 since coming in. Meanwhile, the only Dodger run, home run by Puig, who has the only other Dodger hit. So the Dodgers have been fortunate. The Giants have been wasteful. And here's Blanco. Popped up, single, grounded out, 1 for 3. Giants failed to get a man on in the 6th inning. The only inning they've come up empty. They've left 8. Good breaking ball. In the Dodger bullpen, as Rio gets very close to 100 pitches, he's now made 96. Ronald Belisario begins to loosen up. There he is. Two and 1 the count. to Gregor Blanco. Fouled away. Blanco, a very aggressive base runner, but he's been tagged out 5 times on the bases. We told you he's had a great month of June. He's had 29 hits in June. Fastball. Ramirez at the other end of it. 1 away. Say, don't forget Saturday, the Dodgers and Phillies at 7:10. You can be one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance. You'll receive your very own set of Dodger earbuds, compliments of T-Mobile. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. 1 away. Here's Scutaro. Foul ball down the right field line. Scutaro is 1 for 3, single to right, hit into a force play, grounded to second. Whatever AJ said, it made him smile. Scutaro hitting .332. 1 ball and 1 strike. On deck, Buster Posey. Buster hitting the outside of third base, took a header, so it's still a 1-1 tie. 2-1 to Marco Scutaro. And a high fly ball, very playable. Ethier is calling. I don't know if you watched the game Sunday in San Diego. Ball hit to right center. Ethier was calling it all the way. And a runaway express train went right by in front of him, named Puig, and caught the ball. But it was somewhat of a scary sight. And I know that Andre and Puig have not played together that long. And that was really too close for comfort. 2 down. Here's Posey. Ball 1. Posey hit into a double play in the first inning, flied to right in the third, walked, and was eventually out at the plate after he fell down. Two balls, no strikes. And ball 3. Hunter Pence on deck. And Pence has had a perfect night. 2 singles and a walk. And they let him swing 3-0. Long fly ball. Puig at the wall. And drops it. And into second base goes Posey. So Puig went right up against the wall, looked like he was going to make the catch, and it got away. Take a good look at it. 3-0, let him swing. Puig has it all the way, it seems. No, I guess he really didn't. Take another look. He reaches up. No, he never touched it. It hit the wall. I thought it was in his glove. See him grab his head like, oh, what have I done? Well, he also arched his back a little bit. So it was catchable, and he didn't drop it. It actually missed his glove, although he feels he should have caught it just by looking at his body language. So Posey, a long double to right on a 3-0 pitch. And Hunter Pence, and they haven't been able to get him out. 8 hits for the Giants. Oh, we now get the report. Hold it. It's not a hit. They're going to give Puig an error. But I think if you look at the replay, they might have seen it as I thought that he dropped it, but I don't think he did. They're going to lift Rio. Take a good look now. See where the ball lands. There's the glove going up. Look at the ball. I don't think the ball ever hit his glove. and he grabs his head like, how could I have missed it? So we'll see about that error, but we'll be right back. Southern California Lexus dealer to invite you to test drive a luxurious Lexus today. For more information, visit Lexus.com. By Grown Ups 2 in theaters July 12th. And by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good time. 1-1 tie. We're in the top of the 7th inning. Looked like Andre Ethier trying to console Pence at the plate. And Puig, meanwhile, now goes back to his position. Hunter Pence facing Ronald Belisario, ball one. Pence 1 for 7 in the past against Belisario, 143 batting average. 2 out, 7th inning in a 1-1 tie. Fastball strike, 1-1. Two and one. Hunter Pence coming out on the road, probably glad to get away from AT&T Park for a while. During that last homestand, he hit just 172. Fastball fouled away. Belisario throwing hard. He hit 95 on the gun with that pitch. 2-2. Pence, by the way, who is such an active player, you'd think he'd burn himself out. He is the only Giant to start every game. 76 games, and he has played all but 4 defensive innings. And he is constantly in motion. 2-2. Ball 3. You have the left-hand hitting Sandoval on deck. You have Paco Rodriguez in the pen. Belisario against Sandoval. Sandoval is 1 for 9. 3-2 to Hunter Pence. 2 singles and a walk. Fouled away. Giants suffered during that homestand. It was their first losing homestand of the year. They went 3-4. It wasn't that kind of a disaster. 3-2. Got it. So Pence strikes out. They leave Posey at second. So the Giants now have left 9, and we're locked in 1-1. One tie. Before we get to the action in the bottom of the 7th inning, remember the trivia question? Don Mattingly joins a list of managers with 200 or more victories, 2,000 or more hits, and 200 or more home runs as a player. How many have reached this mark all time? And the answer, 10. A lot of good players became good managers. If you wonder who they are, there they are. Felipe Alou, Don Baylor, Buddy Bell, Yogi, Rogers and Ted, Torrey, Robinson, Ott, and Mattingly. As Pearl Bailey used to say, that ain't no bad crowd to hang around with. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Hanley Ramirez. By the way, and it really is good scoring, they are giving Posey a double and taking the error away. And I sure do agree with that, because I don't think he ever touched the ball. One run, 8 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 2 hits for the Dodgers. Big curveball, 2-0. Hanley Ramirez has really struggled. He came into this game hitting 154 against left-handers, and he's 0 for 2 tonight. Ball 3. Well, I would think the way Ramirez has been swinging the bat, I would think Mattingly will give him the green light, 3-0. Remember, Posey swung at the 3-0 pitch and hit it off the right field scoreboard. Adrian Gonzalez swung at a 3-0 pitch, popped it to short. Didn't like the location. Outside corner, down, 3-1. Bumgarner has walked 1. He has struck out 5, allowed 2 hits. Three and 1. On the hands. So he got him for a strike on the outside corner, and then came way up and in. Three and 2. And a bouncer up the middle. Scudero goes to the other side of the bag. and it's safe at first. I'm a little surprised that Scudero went so far over. He suddenly took the ball in front of Crawford, and Crawford has a much stronger arm. So we've been talking about the Dodgers being somewhat fortunate. I'm not sure if Hanley Ramirez is 100% after running down that line. Boschi's going to appeal the play, but look at Scudero. He's going to go way over. He doesn't have the arm of Crawford, and Ramirez on a bang-bang play is safe, according to Gary Cederstrom. And the Dodgers open up the 7th with an infield single. Now they have Hairston, Ethier, and Uribe. Boschi saw an out. Dodgers got the call safe. Hairston robbed of a hit by Crawford in the 2nd inning. Fly to left in the 4th. Keeping an eye on Hanley. We have the paid attendance for you tonight. 40,994. 40994, and they're seeing a good one. Breaking ball strike. The Giants in 1-run games this year at home are 11-3. On the road, they are 3-6. The Dodgers in 1-run games at home are 4-4. On the road, they're 3-7. Neither team, the Giants or the Dodgers, play well on the road. Giants are 14-22, and the Dodgers are 13-22. The big difference between the Giants and the Dodgers, what they do inside the division. The Giants are 22-12. The Dodgers are 11-23 as Matt Cain looks on. 0-1. The bunt. Bumgarner has a play at second to get Ramirez. So Hairston can't move him along. Bunts into the force play. And the batter will be Andre Ethier.
Center fielder number 16, Andre Ethier.
Andre Ethier hit a bullet in the 2nd inning that was backhanded by Brandon Belt. Last time up, struck out. We're keeping an eye on Ramirez to make sure we know he didn't hurt himself on that bang-bang play at first. So Andre checking in, 0 for 2. Dodgers only have 3 hits. Check. It's a strike. 0-1. Ethier came into the game 2 for 16 against Bumgarner. So he's now 2 for 18. Hairston, a tiebreaker at first, 1 out. One ball, 1 strike. Hairston has not been involved in a stolen base. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 1 out, 1-1 tie. Yesterday, 1-1 in the 9th, and the Dodgers had the back-to-back home runs by Gonzalez and Ramirez and won 3-1. Breaking ball, little roller. Belt goes down to second. They get 1, and that's all. So Ethier rolls to first. Hairston is cut down 3-6. And with 2 down, the batter will be Juan Uribe.
Third baseman number 5, Juan Uribe.
Uribe flied to center and struck out. 0 for 2. 1 run, 8 hits for the Giants. They've left 9 men on in 7 innings. Dodgers 1 run, 3 hits. They left a man on in the 6th inning and in the 3rd. Fastball whacked into left field, base hit. So Uribe, first ball swinging, hits a fastball into left field for a hit. Dodgers now at first and second with 2 out. The inability of Hairston to get the bunt down and move Ramirez along becomes a very big play now. And here is A.J. Ellis, who has walked and flied to left. A.J. came into this game hitting .349 against Giant pitching this year. .250 against the league. So Ellis at the plate with 2 out. Little cutter in for a strike. 0-1. Ellis just saying to the plate umpire, good pitch. A.J. having a lot of trouble with runners on. 0-1. Ethier can take a pretty good lead. He doesn't have to worry about Scutaro for sure. And even Brandon Crawford is not anywhere near him. Andre a tiebreaker. 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 out. Nick Punto is on deck to bat for Belisario. Ball 2. 2-1. Dave Righetti, the pitching coach, going to call the bullpen. Two and 1 the count. And the fastball misses. So 3-1. George Contos, who recently was sent out on his birthday, is now back with the Giants, and George is going to go to work in the pen. 3-1 to count to A.J. Ellis. Big pitch for all concerned. All right, the one advantage the Dodgers have now, they'll be running 3-2. Andre ready to go. So is Uribe. 2 out, 7th inning. 1-1 tie. The runners go, and there's a hopper right at Scutaro. That'll be that. So the Dodgers wind up no runs, 2 hits. They leave 2. And at the end of 7, it's still a 1-1 tie.
Dodger Baseball on KCAL 9 is brought to you by Nissan's Sign and Drive event. Sign and drive today. Shop ChooseNissan.com. By Jack in the Box. Try Jack's Big Stack Burger. 2 jumbo beef patties stacked with onion rings, cheese, and pickles. And by SoCal Dodge Dealers and the Dodge Dart. Dodge, new rules.
Beautiful evening here in Los Angeles and a wonderful ball game struggling to the bitter end. Locked in 1-1. Giants and Dodgers. Among other things, Ryu picked up by Belisario. Bumgarner is still in the game, and as of the moment, Madison Bumgarner's earned run average after 107 pitches plus his start in his career, his earned run average at Dodger Stadium is 1.5. Madison Bumgarner putting on the jacket. Apparently still ready to pitch a little more. We'll check and see if he's pitched more than 107 pitches. Sandoval now most dangerous as he turns around to bat left-handed. Sandoval from this side of the plate. 7 of his 8 home runs. Belisario had to come in and get the out and struck out Pence in the 7th. Now on his own. 0-1. 0-2. The most pitches in a game so far this year for Madison Bumgarner. He made 115 pitches the end of May against Oakland. Last start he made 111 against San Diego, and he has made 107 right now. 1-1 in the 8th. 1-2. Belisario and Sandoval. Sandoval 1 for 9 in the past. Down he goes. So Sandoval just off the DL, nevertheless 2 for 4 as he walks off here in the 8th inning. Now Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, left-hand batter, is coming up, and Mattingly has Paco Rodriguez in the pen, and he looks like he's going to make the switch. In fact, it will be a double switch because Punto is coming out of the dugout. So we'll wait and see. First of all, it looks like Uribe, who made the next to the last at bat, he had a base hit. Paco coming in. We'll be right back. .com. That includes all 24 home run derby competitors from 2010, 2011, and 2012. Available on iPhone and iPad. So download MLB.com's home run derby game for free today. Paco Rodriguez brought in to face the left-hand hitting shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Then you have the switch hitter, Andres Torres, to follow. 1 out, 8th inning, 1-1. The Giants have had ample opportunities in their 7 innings of at-bats. They've left 9. The Dodgers, by leaving 2 in the 7th inning, have left 4. It's been Ryu, who made 108 pitches, then Belisario, who came in to strike out Pence to end the 7th, and Sandoval to open the 8th. Belisario made 11 pitches in striking out 2. And now here's Crawford, who's had a tough night. Belisario does his job, and Rodriguez working on Crawford. Joaquin Arias, a hamstring tightening and had to come out. Crawford came up with the bases loaded in the 3rd, fly to left for the 3rd out. Came up with the bases loaded, hit back to the box, and the Dodgers got a 1-2-3 double play. So Brandon, a very good hitter and a fine shortstop. Up there, 1 out, bases empty in the 8th, 1-1. High pop fly coming out for it is Ellis. Makes the catch. So 2 out, and the batter will be Torres. If you're keeping score, remember, Paco came in along with Punto. So put Paco in your rebase spot. Punto bats 9th, which means he'll lead off for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th inning. Torres doubled in a run, grounded to 3rd, fly to right. And a strike. 0-1. Torres, switch hitter. 16 runs batted in. Oh and 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants have beaten the Dodgers 5 out of 6. Beat the Dodgers 3 straight up in AT&T Park. Good late breaking call. Wow, that was a wonderful pitch. No wonder Torres took it. Looked out there, and then it just cut right in. 1-2. Breaking ball hit foul. Still 1-2. So when the Dodgers come up in the bottom of the 8th, Punto, Mark Ellis, and Puig. 1 run, 8 hits for the Giants. 1 run, 4 hits for the Dodgers. Pulled upstairs, foul. Well, that's a foul ball. It went foul right over his left shoulder. Remember, the Giants have beaten the Dodgers 5 straight. The longest losing streak the Dodgers have had since coming out here with the Giants in 1958, 6. The other way. So breaking ball in, he fouls it off to the left. Fastball away, he goes the other. 1-2. Two and 2. On deck, first baseman Brandon Belt. High fastball gets him. So down goes Torres and the Giants We're heading for the bottom of the 8th inning in a 1-1 tie. Right here on KCAL 9, and then Wednesday the concluding game, and that'll be Clayton Kershaw on the hill for the Dodgers, Tim Lincecum for the Giants. That'll be on Prime. The 4-game series then coming up with the Phillies, and all 4 of those games will be on Prime Ticket. Tough one tonight, bottom of the 8th inning in a 1-1 tie. Clayton Kershaw talking to Skip Schumacher. Dodgers in the 8th will have Punto, Mark Ellis, and Puig. Madison Bumgarner so far has made 107 pitches. 2 years ago, back in 2011, Bumgarner made 124 pitches. That was in a game at Detroit. He's been over 120 4 times in his career, twice here. Ball 1. As we mentioned earlier, his high in pitch count this year, 115. He's now made 108. Punto a strike, and that evens it up. 1 ball and 1 strike. We mentioned it before. How tough is Bumgarner? His career earned run average at Dodger Stadium, 1.5. Breaking ball slapped down the right field line. Fair ball. Punto is on his way for 2. He will make it standing up. And a tiebreaker is out there in the 8th.
Second baseman, number 14, Mark Ellis.
So Nick Punto just goes the other way with a breaking ball and hits it down into the corner. The best Pence could do is come up with it cleanly. Punto into second. So now Mark Ellis, Puig, and Gonzalez trying to pick him up. Giants look bunt from Ellis. Belt is in on the grass. Sandoval caddy corner at third. Mark Ellis has 2 sacrifices this year. And got it down nicely. Bumgarner has to make a high throw. Everybody's safe at first and third. The sacrifice and error 1. And the Dodgers get a big break. Tiebreaker at third and nobody out. But again, they've been so fortunate all night, and yet they're just tied. Great save by Scutaro, but Mark Ellis safely aboard. And Bruce Bochy now decides he'd best go to the pen. First and third, nobody out. Last we looked down there, George Contos was pitching. And Madison Bumgarner coming out, Contos coming in, and we'll be back. Made 111 pitches, and he allowed 2 earned runs, and he beat San Diego. Tonight he makes 111 pitches and goes out tied, but a chance to lose with first and third. Dodger fortune tonight has certainly been on their side. Otherwise, for instance, if you weren't with us, especially Buster Posey should have scored on a clean base hit to center, but he hit the outside part of third base, the foul side we'll call it, and as soon as he hit that, his foot slipped right off and he fell down. He should have scored easily. Then, of course, the Giants had left 9 men in 7 innings. They had so many opportunities and failed to come up with it. So the Dodgers happily have a chance now to take a lead, and first and third, nobody out, and Puig coming up. Contos just called back from the minor league. Yasiel hit a home run to right field in the first inning, single to right field in the 6th. Facing Contos with Punto at third and Ellis at first. Contos was originally signed by the Yankees out of Northwestern University. He finally made it to the Yankees for 7 games in 2011 and then came to the Giants in 2012. As a toddler, he was under the care of his Greek-born grandparents while his mom and dad worked. So he spoke Greek before he could speak English. So George Contos, 6'3", 215-pounder, 28 years old. Big spot. Giants bullpen has been average in most areas. They do have 14 victories. That's pretty rare for a bullpen to have won 14 already. And ball 1, a little high breaking ball. Boshi putting all the chips on the table with Contos, who throws a 2-seam fastball, slider, and a change. And a line drive base hit, his 3rd of the game. Scoring easily is Punto, and the Dodgers take a 2-1 lead, and the kid has done it again. So the hit is charged to Contos, the run is charged to Bumgarner. Boshi now making the sad walk back out there. He has Sandy Rosario, a right-hander, and the left-hander Javier Lopez, and the Dodgers will have Adrian Gonzalez coming up. So that'll do it for Contos, and we'll be right back. right. And the amazing thing is if they give him a first pitch to hit, he will hit it. I know coming into this game, if he put the first pitch in play, he's hitting over 800. And they put the first pitch in play for him, and he cashed it in. So the Dodgers lead 2-1, but of course the job is far from being done. They have first and second and nobody out. And Adrian Gonzalez will be facing one of the toughest left-handers in the game against left-hand hitters. You see his ERA 1.5, and he is special, has been special. Let's see how he and Gonzalez is 2 for 8 against him. That would be a .250 batting average. By the way, Puig is now hitting .442. .442. So 2 on, nobody out. Dodgers got a good break on the bunt by Mark Ellis and the high throw by Bumgarner. Gonzalez is 0 for 3. Popped up on a 3-0 pitch, flied to left and grounded out. And no swing, ball 1. Javier Lopez from San Juan, Puerto Rico, went to the University of Virginia. And ball 2. Javi Lopez, among other things, has a degree in psychology from the University of Virginia. And his mom, check that, his wife has a PhD in psychology out of the University of Tennessee. Boy, he sneaks that thing in there. 2-1 the count. With Lopez, you get the 4-seam fastball, the 2-seamer, and a changeup. Two and 1. Two and 2. He's really something. He's 6'4", 205-pounder. And since coming to San Francisco, he is without a doubt the toughest left-hand pitcher against a left-hand hitter. Last time we checked, left-hand hitters were batting 164 against him. 2 and 2. Way out. Nice save, but it got away from Posey, and the runners move up to second and third. Posey got his mitt on it, but then it kicked way off to the right. And for Posey, another bad moment. In the dirt, off the glove, and way off to the right. So second and third. Still nobody out. Ruled a wild pitch. Infield halfway on the left, back on the right. High roller down to the shortstop Crawford, who makes the play, and the runners hang tough. So Gonzalez fails to advance. One away. First base open, and let's see what they're going to do with Ramirez. Hanley 1 for 3. Waiting on deck, Jerry Hairston. Ramirez does not have an at-bat against Lopez, and I don't think he's going to have an at-bat. Looks like Bruce heading his way. They're opening up the gate in the bullpen. Sandy Rosario is going to be called in, and we'll be right back. we've learned making tires that go the distance inspires what we roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. Sandy Rosario coming out of the bullpen for the Giants. It's been Bumgarner who had to come out after the high throw on the sacrifice. Then Contos, then Lopez, and now Sandy. Rosario from the Dominican Republic. He was with the Cubs, and the Giants picked him up last year on waivers. Rosario spent a good portion of last year in AAA and even went to AA. As far as his work this year, he's only been with the club a little while. He's been in 9 games, 2 wins and no losses.
Now batting, shortstop number 13, Hanley
Rosario 6'1", 210. He'll be 28. Hanley Ramirez grounded to third, flied to right, had the infield single. One other note that Javi Lopez is now out of the game. We were talking about how tough he is. I mean, he is really incredibly tough. Left-hand hitters are hitting 103 against Lopez. So you can send that note to Adrian Gonzalez. Off speed, a little high, ball 1. Maybe a little surprised that Bruce would not walk Ramirez with first base open, but he's going after him with Rosario. Waiting on deck, Jerry Hairston. Puig and Mark Ellis out on the line, second and third. And that's going to go off the glove of Crawford. Here comes a run to score. Puig is going to go to third, and he is safe at third. The ball was dropped by Sandoval. And look at Sandoval talking to Puig. So the Dodgers now lead 3-1 on that chopper up the middle. Crawford got his glove on it, saved 2 runs, but couldn't prevent 1. So Ramirez is out 6-3. Scoring on the play is Ellis. Taking third is Puig. Both of those runs, both Punto and Mark Ellis, charged to Bumgarner. And then you can see the ball get away. And now a little gamesmanship by Sandoval. Dodgers lead 3-1 with 2 out. Look like a high slider, ball 1. Hairston robbed of a hit by Crawford, flied to left, hit into a force play. Yasiel Puig down the line from third. 3 runs, 6 hits for the Dodgers, 1 run, 8 hits for the Giants. Fastball lifted to straightaway center. Coming in is Blanco, and that'll be the inning. However, the Dodgers get 2, and they'll take a 3-1 lead into the 9th inning. Skip Schumacher is going to play left field. If you're keeping score, put him in your rebase spot and put the new pitcher Kenley Jansen in the spot formerly or originally occupied by Jerry Hairston. So if there is a bottom of the ninth, Schumacher would hit second in the inning. Dodgers lead 3-1. Kenley Jansen coming in for his third game in a row. Hit Saturday and Sunday in San Diego, and he is asked to go after Belt, then the pitcher spot, and Blanco.
Number 74, Kenley Jansen.
So Kenley Jansen, the closer. Kenley is 1-3, an ERA of 2.4 in his 38th game. He has officially saved 4. The big thing for Kenley, he has walked 6 and he has struck out 53. They're just about 9-1, and Brandon Belt walked twice and grounded out. Tony Abreu, who at one time was in the Dodger organization, is on deck. Ball 1. Brandon Belt came into the game hitting .258, 7 home runs, 32 runs batted in. Mark Ellis had his glove with the second base umpire for a moment. One ball and no strikes. One and one. Belt made a fine stab of a line drive earlier in the game, hit by Andre Ethier back in the second inning, took a good double away from him. One ball and one strike. 1-2. For Kenley Jansen working on Belt, Jansen has tossed scoreless relief 13 of his last 14 appearances. That goes back to the 25th of May. So his earned run average over that stretch is 0.6. One and two. Fouled away. Brandon Belt trying to keep the Giants afloat here in the ninth inning. Dodgers 3 runs, 6 hits. Giants 1 run, 8 hits, 1 error. Giants have left 10 in 8 innings. 2-2. Dodgers trying to snap that 5-game losing streak against San Francisco and trying to win 3 in a row for the first time since the second series of the year against Pittsburgh. Fastball. Woo. So Belt blown away by the fastball. 3 of the last 4 Giant hitters, 4 of the last 5 Giant hitters have struck out. Messrs. Pence, Sandoval, Torres, and now Belt. So 1 out in the ninth. And here is Tony Abreu. Tony Abreu was originally signed by the Dodgers back in 2002. Actually made it to the big club in 2009, just briefly, half a dozen games. He's a switch hitter, batting left-handed, and a strike. Tony's from the Dominican Republic. He was a catcher as a kid, but they converted him to an infielder. He can play second or third. His mom was a terrific softball player. He was on a gold medal team. And he golfs one down the line, foul. Tony's 5'9", about 200 pounds. He'll be 29 in November. Remember John Garland, who pitched for the Dodgers? Dodgers traded Abreu to the Diamondbacks to get Garland. Swung on and missed by everybody, and so Abreu strikes out and reaches first. We'll see strikeout, wild pitch, strikeout, pass ball. Take another look.
Center fielder, number 7.
It bounced in front of AJ and then all the way back to the screen. So I would assume wild pitch. Yep, that's what it is. So strikeout, wild pitch. So Jansen has struck out 2, but there's a man on first with 1 out, and here is Blanco. He has 1 home run in the game tonight, popped up, singled, grounded out twice, 1 for 4. And he bunts in the air, foul, drops untouched. So Blanco just trying to get aboard any way that he can. The surprise element was certainly in his favor. We told you that Blanco has 3 bunt hits. He's had 29 hits this month. He's had a dozen infield hits. So for him to try and bunt, no surprise. 0-1. Dodgers have been very fortunate tonight. We'll see if that wild pitch on a strikeout means good fortune for the Giants. 1-1. Marco Scutaro is on deck. Then the next hitter would be Buster Posey. One ball and 1 strike. Two and 1. Kenley Jansen at 6'6". He's a good 250-pounder from Curaçao in the Netherlands. Dodgers signed him back in 2004. Two balls, 1 strike. High fly ball in the gap. Ethier would appear to have a bead on it and does. So holding at first is Abreu. And the batter will be Marco Scutaro.
Second baseman, number 19, Marco Scutaro.
Marco Scutaro singled to right, hit into a force play, grounded to second and flied to center. So Scutaro trying to keep the Giants afloat and let Buster Posey have one last shot. The strikeout wild pitch could conceivably let Posey come up. Jansen facing Scutaro. Scutaro 1 for 3 against him this year. Runner goes. Dodgers indifferent. It's ruled defensive indifference, so no stolen base. But the ball fouled back, so Abreu will return. 2 out in the ninth, 3-1 Dodgers. There he goes again, and this time the ball is hit just foul down the right field line. Scudero forever making contact. We mentioned that way back at the start of the game. He rarely misses. Oh, 2 to Marco. Dodgers trying to win their 3rd in a row. Giants came here having lost 6 of their last 9. There goes Abreu. And there it is. The rare time that Scudero would swing and miss. And wouldn't you know, it's for strike 3 and the Dodgers win it. They were fortunate, and they were blessed by a couple of big breaks, including Posey slipping down and failing to score. Puig, meanwhile, another important game, 3 hits, including a home run. And Kenley Jansen, after fine pitching from Ryu Belisari and Paco Rodriguez, Jansen picks it up, saves it, and it's a 3-1 Dodger victory. So the Dodgers do it for only the 2nd time. They've won 3 in a row. Can they make it 4? We'll find out from Stephen Fife tomorrow night. Till then, we wish you all a very pleasant good night, everybody.